Hey, this is Rocket Brain Surgeon, and today we're looking at the WZ-111. This is a Tier 9 Chinese heavy tank characterized by very strong frontal armor, an awesome frontal turret armor, decent gun, and good straight line mobility. The downsides to the tank are very poor gun depression, navigating some hills can be tricky, a long aim time and large reticle bloom, and no side armor to speak of. The tank does not excel as a sniper. As a sniper, it's one of the worst in tier just due to the poor aim time. And the alpha, while good at 440, is not overwhelmingly good. The penetration on the base round is nice, and it also has a solid heat round at 330 penetration to help out with tougher tier 10 targets. But the way to play this tank is more of a brawler. Get in the face of the enemy. Try to play hull down when you can to take advantage of the frontally strong, tough turret. Make sure your front is pointed at the enemy, as that is by far the hardest part of your tank. The nice part about the frontal armor of the WZ-111 is that it's based on angles and not just thickness, so you can bounce some of the craziest shots out there. When shooting with the WZ-111, don't worry about aiming too terribly much. The WZ-111 is going to be a volume shooter. You just want to get as many shots into the air as possible. Aiming at that VK, it's a low percentage shot to the side of his turret. It actually hit and penetrated. That kind of surprised me. But there are some shots that you'll see in this game where the gun just puts one into the dirt, or it's a ghost round that goes through the tank. Whatever reason, you just want to put more shots into the air, and over time that's going to even out into more damage. The map is airfield, and I went to an area where my aim time and accuracy issues are going to be less of a problem. I went into a brawling area where most of my opponents that I'm going to be shooting at are 200 meters away or closer. You saw that I put one into the side of an E75, and for some reason 250 penetration into the side of that tank wasn't enough. The solid mobility of the WZ-111 allows you to get to areas very quickly. It also allows you to get up and personal into brawling range very quickly. That's an asset of the tank. You do not want to be lagging in the back sniping. Please do not do that with this tank. As I travel, I'm pointing my turret in the direction of likely incoming fire. Since we're very close, I just release a snapshot at the E100 before he escapes, before I turn my attention to the T-54, who is pretty much doomed. The 440 alpha damage is not impressive on its own, but it does lead to some very high rolls over 500 damage, and that's what you're aiming for. Sometimes you can spike out a tank that you wouldn't normally do with 400 damage. The gun depression on the tank is moderately annoying. As you can see here, I can't depress to even hit the track of the E100. You're going to have frequent problems, and that's why, in addition to the poor aim time of the tank, that you just need to put it in brawling range. Again, I'm a volume shooter, so I launch one at the 5120 in the distance that actually did hit him. And now I'm switching my attention to the WTF-100, which I put a ghost round through. Awesome stuff there. The WZ-111 side scrapes very well, and if you want to play hull down, you don't always have to hide your entire hull. You can just hide the lower plate, and the upper plate will still offer a good amount of protection. Not quite as much as the turret, but still offer a pretty strong target. Unlike the Chinese mediums, the WZ-120 and the 121, which are forced into either really long-range engagements or really short-range engagements, the WZ-111 can play a medium style simply because the armor on the tank is enough to have extended exposure while you deal with that long aim time. The mediums just don't have that armor to sit out in the open enough, but the WZ-111 does. And you just saw me pull an auto-aim fail on the baby waffle. The slightest bump is going to screw you sometimes because the gun depression is poor. Overall, I really enjoy the WZ-111. It is just a strictly better IS-8 in all respects. It might not be able to stand toe-to-toe with an E75 face-to-face, but the good news is you don't have to. Use that excellent mobility to go around them and initiate a brawl elsewhere. Hope you enjoyed. Happy hunting.